Hello everyone, Rorius here. Today we are going to play Portal Stories Mel. Now, I'm just going to do the start of this series. I'm just going to do the start of this game, mainly because I'm a bit strapped for time. But nevertheless, I've been wanting to play this game for a little while now. I've been waiting until I could get Aperture Tag finished before starting this, and then after doing this, I'm probably going to move on to the likes of, I think, Portal Prelude was next in line, but I've also now that Valve News Network or Tyler McVicker and his team have released the Still Alive Lost Levels thing, I'm definitely gonna give that a try. I might do that if it's a bit. By the sounds of it, it might be a bit shorter than Prelude. I actually don't remember how long Prelude is, so I'll probably either record both at the same time and just do one at a, edit one at a time, or I'll just take a look at them and see what happens. But nevertheless, let's move on. Let's, start this game. I think we'll just play the normal mode. I think I was just going to play the normal Portal Stories Mel, so let's give this a go. It's been a while since I played this, so I don't entirely remember how this game starts.
Is this thing on? Yeah, okay. Greetings, astronaut, war hero, or Olympian. My name's Cave Johnson, and boy, do I have something to show you. You're here because you're the best the world has to offer. I don't say that lightly, mind you, so take that as one of the biggest compliments you'll ever get in your life. Even if you don't know who I am. In the beginning, I started a shower curtain company, making asbestos-laden shower curtains for the military. But I kept dreaming bigger and better. And you know what? That dreaming became doing. Lots of doing. Which brought you here. You're riding into the little Michigan town of... wait. Where are we again? Okay, so... This town doesn't have a name yet, as we're the ones who built it.
That's a totally Blue Shift reference.
The point is, you're riding there, and you'll soon be Aperture Science Innovators.
I mean, this whole intro is a Half-Life 1 reference.
Together, but there's a lot of science we can do in the meantime. You've been selected from a large group of candidates for a special test in our temporary testing areas. When the train arrives at the station, head into the town and into the Aperture building. Don't worry, you'll know where it is. You'll get some more pre-recorded messages once you're there. Now, get ready to do some science. For now, though, we're gonna put on some nice music for you. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, so this whole intro sequence is a reference to the... it's a reference to Half-Life 1. That's really cool. I actually love this game and its style. I love the era it's set in. Aperture Leisure. Sphere 1, Shaft 6. Yeah, like all of this stuff.
Alright, you're now arriving at Aperture Central Station.
Station.
Wait. Chris, get over here. How do you spell station? Okay, think about that for a second. Okay. Does station have an extra O before the I? Alright, listen to me. Pack your things. Because you're fired! Get out of my office. Out. Get out. Out of my office.
Amphetamines.
Oh, I can't re-record this.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I happen to be a rather large fan of games set in or, stylized with the 50s and 60s sort of styles. Games like the Fallout game, especially Fallout 3 for me, as well as Fallout 4. But, yeah. Oh dear. I love the idea that they're sort of actually prosperous at this point in time. So they've got, their products are being advertised around the place. Tastes like science. Yeah, so the person voicing Cave Johnson in this game is Harry Callahan. He's the Harry 101 UK on YouTube.
Now,
Yeah.
as I said before, there's a lot we're still working on. Just watch your step on the way out, and as a reminder, Aperture Science Innovators is not responsible for any injury you sustain, up to and including death by exposure to cosmic ray spallation. Don't worry, though. We haven't had an accident like that in 3 days. Sorry. Make that 3 minutes.
Oh dear. And just your own Aperture Cola. Cool to 3 Kelvin. Oh, that's right. Aperture Cola, Repulsion Soda, Speedy Sarsaparilla, Caffeinated Decaf. Oh, and Citranium reference to freaking Aperture Tag. And yeah, Citranium Soda and Regolith Ranja. Or is it? Yeah. Ranja? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's asleep. Except he's sleeping with his eyes open. Oh dear. Yeah, there's around these entranceways, around the start of this game, there's so many little references to things. And I love that style of intro. I love the intros that have at Half-Life 1 style. Just because you can show a lot. Originally, of course, naturally I diverge myself. Originally in Half-Life 2, the train intro was going to be a hell of a lot longer, much more like Half-Life 1. And it was going to show you heaps of stuff from outside City 17. It was going to show you all sorts of things. Like it talked about, I remember reading in one of the books or reading online or something, several of the things that it showed originally was you're going to go through sort of areas where there were bits of sewerage or sewage pipes and stuff like that, and canals and stuff, and you're going to see bull squids and hound eyes roaming sort of the lowly areas outside of City 17, and so it was going to show this world that is the way the world has changed. Basically, it was going to show this very different new world that you're now living in. But of course they cut the thing
Here at Aperture Science
right down.
Innovators, we love to give back to the community. So, instead of just giving back, we made our own community, entirely made out of Aperture Science malleable concrete, on top of the salt mines. And that's exactly why you shouldn't touch the walls or stomp your feet either. Last thing we need is to touch up a dent in the wall because someone was too hands-on.
Malleable concrete, yeah. I love this whole intro sequence. I love the old cars. I love seeing like the Sleep Easy Motel. Typically, this would turn into sleazy in a comic or a movie or a TV show or something. Yeah, I just thought it was cool that there was a car driving around. This is kind of but a much more modern city was kind of what we were going for with the exterior part of Portal Unity. So, I mean, this is so much better executed. This is professional level execution as opposed to our, like, crappy students at school, high school students doing it. Yeah, it's cool, like, this cool, like, recreation of the Aperture logo as a sign, or, yeah. Little mushrooms. Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. I do remember wandering around here when I first played this and looking at everything because I was just fascinated. What's sleep? Yeah, I'm sure there are more references and stuff to things. I remember going around and trying to open all the doors as well. I don't think you can. But yeah, there's just so much more detail in this, and it's so much more interesting visually and detail-wise. Yeah. So cool. Oh dear. Yeah, I remember when I first played this, and I'm just loving this whole outdoor scene. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just wandering around and just looking at what else, trying to see if there's any references to things, because I actually don't remember if I found anything last time. Anything special. It's just a really cool, sort of almost relatively realistic looking park area at the entrance of the Aperture Science building.
I told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than any test subjects on record. That's not good. Just head through the door on the right to the elevator. You'll know where to go.
I feel like that's a T-mast. Yeah, I feel like it's a reference to something. Yeah. Alrighty. Carolyn. That's really good, actually. Your guided tour representative for today is Carolyn. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Sorry, I really need to look at these. Need to look at every single one. Although I feel like some of these are just, they're taken from, a lot of them are taken from, things like what is already in Portal 2, and some of which are in the demo that they've had for Super 8, or the Super 8 interactive teaser. What's on the other side? This is what I do. Oh, you can go this way as well. Well, I'm glad I came this way. There might be something funny, interesting. Wait for attendant. Nope. Oh, there's a guy up there. Is he also supposed to be sleeping? Sleeping with his eyes open? Never mind. Alright, let's actually go ahead. So cool. I feel like some of these were either the inspiration, some of these pictures were either the inspiration for Portal Stories Mel team, or it was the inspiration for the original Portal team, working on Portal 2, for sort of what they were going for. Some of the things that they were going for. Astronauts, war heroes, or Olympians? Yeah, they got some of the models from the game. Best shower curtains. Yeah, some of these are just basically from one of the trophy cabinets in the game. $50 Shades of Cave down that bottom corner there. Oh dear. Ooh, scientists. Another sleeping at his desk. Him studying the periodic table with intent. Sorry, I just really a curious person.
At first, I wanted to put in a long flight of stairs that spiraled down through the old salt mines down here. Give the test subjects a great view of the place. But no! The zoning boards on my bean counters said that's why they invented elevators. So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs. Seriously though, the stairs aren't ready, so get on that stupid elevator.
Oh dear. Focus on science, the future. Imagine. Just like staring at things, staring at images, giving no valuable commentary. Yeah. I'm super curious about Easter eggs and stuff, now that I know there are a bunch already that I've noticed. Just erase those ones. Start with this one. I'm going to try not to hold everyone up too much by looking at stuff. Yeah.
Here at Aperture, we're always trying to push the boundaries of science that little bit more. That's why we're taking on this new project. When the bean counters told me not to buy a salt mine to do all this science, the first thing they said was, "No, there's too much space. You can't suspend something over nothing and pray that a test can happen in thin air." Well, thanks to some use of the old calculator between ears and a generous helping of the "you're fired" stamp, I came up with a final solution to that. If you can't anchor something in thin air, why bother trying to make it in the air in the first place? I came up with this.
The spheres.
Introducing the Aperture Science Innovators Suspended Testing Sphere. Each sphere is suspended in the air, anchored to the walls by concrete and steel lattice rebar. They seem like they float in the air, but in fact, they don't. Plus, we can keep building above them, onward and upward. This salt mine here can take at least 10 of these bad boys per shaft. 9 shafts, 90 tests. We can test whatever we want to and beat that other company into the ground. Black Mesa. Those guys can kiss my... Anyway, the bean counters cried like babies when they saw the cost of these things, but they wet their pants when they threw them out the door. I pay the bills, I make the decisions around here, and I hire and fire as I please. Now, the first of these spheres won't be ready for a few more months, so you'll be participating in one of our smaller tests, the Aperture Science Innovators Short-Term Relaxation Volt.
That's right, the short-term relaxation vault. I forgot how this game started. That's what it is. You're put into a stasis vault as part of one of the tests. This is really cool. It's funny how they get you to go in an elevator all the way down, and then they make you walk upstairs to get back in. By the looks of it.
When you get to the offices, I'll tell you a bit more. This test should be real easy for you, though. Just get inside one of the Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vaults and lie in a bed. You'll feel yourself fall asleep quickly. Don't worry, though. Our science boys will get you out shortly. You'll only be out for a few minutes. An hour at most if something goes wrong. Don't worry, we've got everything under control. You'll be making science, and you won't have to do a thing. Who's the winner here? You are.
And science. I'm surprised there isn't a G-Man reference in this, actually. Maybe there is, and I just haven't seen it. Maybe he's too well hidden. Or I'm just an idiot. That's a real possibility. Alrighty. I know I've only just begun and I haven't even actually started the real game, but I am out of time for today. So this will be, you know, the introduction video. And I'll be following this up pretty well directly with another episode of this, where we actually get play some of the actual game, play some of the actual puzzles. Alrighty. Yeah. So, if you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. Yeah. As I said, new episode of this will be coming through very soon. That intro is just such a cool and unique intro, in my opinion, that especially the out exterior part of Aperture Science, that I felt the need I had to explore everything. So, thank you so much for watching, and as always,